Welcome back to GMOY Radio. This is Jay, Skyline, and James. We're here with Unfiltered, presented by Street Smart Society. Again, on graphic arts, video editing, CD covers, all that stuff. We got you here. Again, hit up Philly on Street Smart Society LLC on Facebook, or hit up the Unfiltered page and we'll hook you up and get you pointed in the right direction. Again, we got a short episode today because we got to get out, hit this party tonight out at Zagaro's over in Brighton to see KK out here performing. But we're gonna get you right with this rap, Jerry. But first and foremost, we're gonna update y'all what's going on. First, I told y'all yesterday, Debo wasn't gonna be happy, and he ain't. Well, I'm fucking with you. He's cracking jokes. Martavis Bryant was out here doing an interview today about everything going on, and in the background you could hear Debo, aka James Harrison, yelling that Martavis Bryant stole Juju's bike and sold it. Which again, if you me. And you petty about your money, I'm not saying I do this, but like if he's late to practice, he's gonna get in trouble. You might get your starting spots back. I'm just saying it makes sense. Yeah, this conspiracy is like low key, like legitimate though. Like if we're talking about conspiracies, like this is much more believable than other ones. So, or Martavis could have just paid somebody to go take it. Like, it ain't like Martavis had to go do this in person. But the thing is, he could have just taken a bus. Just take the 51. I mean, it's not the best ride, but I'm walking. You're walking? If I'm a Steelers player, I'm not hopping on any of the, like, unless it's like a flyer, like where I know there's only supposed to be like, no, there ain't no reason to do that. I swear to God, I thought James Harrison was on the bus with me the other day. Dude looked just like James Harrison. I was worried. You were worried? That's the one dude that might be able to get on public transportation and nobody like. Again, it's intimidating if you see James Harrison in person, bro. Like, I'm not a Steelers fan, so I don't have the want to go run up and mob him. Because, see, I've seen him in person a couple times, and I have I barely want to catch eye contact with him. You want to catch eye contact? Hey, man, give him a bad look. If anybody ever wanted to square up, I'll square up and defend myself and fight. But I'm telling you, it's not one of them people that I would Martin Luther King the hell out of a situation if James Harrison was mad. I'd be out here. It would be the whole it would be to the point that I understood there's no coming back. At least put my guard up and try to defend myself. But I would be an hour of it. Hey, think about this, man. I would be with the same stumble back. So it'd be a stumble back hold up the whole way back. It's a good hour of it. I'd be backing up halfway across Pittsburgh to start downtown. I'd be opening by the time I let him actually swing. Oh shit, James. James will give you the work on some real, but I don't think he's like that though. But I mean, I don't know what you did to do that. So I'm just saying, Martavis, man, he's cracking jokes now. You need to get your shit straight because if you cracking jokes now, you cracking ribs later. Yeah. And you won't be able to smoke. Oh damn, that was slow. I was just giving you facts. He's over here just giving you jabs. And you just, it's a hard breathing. You really want to? Yeah, I guess you ain't smoking, bro. You get you get hotbox, being on a hotbox with somebody at work, just because you just breathe as normal. Actually, it probably still hurt. Your lungs will be working harder. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. If you crash your ribs, you're done. You can't even breathe in the first place. Get them edibles up, man. That's all I can tell you. Get them edibles up. It'll be good. On the other side of the opening 10 minutes, we'll hit you with this rap. Tyler Polly was out doing interviews, and he for his new project, he has a new project coming out. It has features like Kanye, Dave Chappelle, Mos Def, and a lot of other people on it. And he was talking about a past song he did, the Get By, the remix, who was one of the greater remixes for me personally. We were just having an off-air conversation with at some point, we're going to get into a top 10 on that, remixes and stuff. But Get By remix to me is one of the best, featuring Busta Rhymes, Kanye, Jay-Z, Mos Def. Who am I forgetting? Jay-Z. And Talib song. Talib. But yeah, and Talib was talking about how he wanted to pay everybody for their verse. And when he went to go ask Jay-Z about it, Jay-Z harshly but honestly told him 2003. Remember, this is Big Pimpin' Jay. He couldn't afford the feature verses. Just keep it, man. That ain't that big a deal. Which shockingly, that verse to me, if we had to put up money for Jay-Z verses that are feature verses, that's top 10 feature verses from Jay for me. Yeah. So to me, we were auctioning off Jay verses, that would be a very expensive Jay verse for me. Oh yeah.
And Talib seemed, I mean, I don't know how he took it at the time, but now talking about it, he understood, like, he was right. It was Jay's exact words is, my features or your budget, like album budget.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, it's fucked up. Like, I mean, I understand, but it's fucked up.
I mean, we know him now, but yeah, I guess he wasn't as big just to have the money for Jay.
And we have an estimate. We don't know what time period. We have an estimate of the range of Jay-Z features is from 300,000 to 1.5 million.
Wait, what?
The range of in 2017 is 300K to 1.5 million. So his peak, he could have got somebody to pay 1.5 million.
Well, Jay, you're not going to be on my next track. Like, I'll keep that honest.
I'm just saying, like, it's a wild price game out here, man. That's why nobody should rappers never disclose how much you'll charge somebody for a feature. You got to haggle with this shit. As soon as somebody knows how much somebody else charged you for a feature, even if you think you got a little bit of stature in like a month or so and you want to charge more, they ain't trying to hear that. So just remember that, y'all.
Yeah. Or if you're cool, just give them free. I don't know.
Get paid your worth, man. I mean, if you're cool with your homie, pay. I mean, then y'all can slide verses. But man, you should get paid for your verses out here. Just let y'all know. You got anything you want to update before we get into this rap journey?
No, that's about it. You ready for it? You ready for the rap?
I'm always somewhat ready for the rap journey. Hey, shout out to the homie Walkman, man. Before we get into it, Walkman put out his Average Dude video. It's off his album 15229.
Yeah.
And remember that off the dome, man. It's not actually on my phone. Yeah, but he just dropped that off, man. It's a video. He basically takes over a shop and save out in Westview and check it out.
No, that's up in Mount Oliver, or no. I mean Mount Washington.
Okay, he takes over a shop and save in Mount Washington. We're gonna rap to him about that. Also, last thing before we head over to rap, Jerry, Colin Kaepernick is supposed to join the next meeting with the owners and the players about what's going on with police brutality and how to change. This is while Colin Kaepernick is at the moment suing the league for conclusion. So I think it's cool, but like, I'm sorry, man. And this is just me keeping 100 with the world. If you're suing me, I'm not showing up until court. Like, I understand the NFL wants to help this whole Colin Kaepernick situation out, but I'm like, after you say deposition, we're suing, all right, see you in court, man. There ain't no coming to meet up with you no more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We left that train a long time ago, or that station a long time ago. And the very last thing before we get into rap, Jerry, is, you know how much college coaches have to get paid when they get fired? Like
just whatever, just like the end of their contract or whatever?
No, like when you fire a coach mid-contract,
they
get buyouts.
Oh.
So we have some of the numbers for the highest buyout rates, meaning if your coach gets fired mid-season, your university has to pay him money to leave. Because he had a contract and they fired him before his contract was up. No matter what his record home win and loss record is, if you fire him, you got to pay him. So we're going to give a quick rundown of some of the higher paid coaches when they get fired. One day they will. In college football, the highest two paid coaches are down in the South, which I'm not shocked about. We got Dabo Swinney, Clemson, national champion coach from last year. If he ever gets fired from Clemson, Clemson has to put out $40 million flat. Like, they got to give him $40 million that day when they tell him he's out.
All right, let's get it.
Jimbo Fisher at Florida State, two or 3 years ago, they won a national title. 39 mil. That's number 2.
39 mil.
Which that's an awkward number for me. Like, I don't know why it stopped at 39. Some other coaches that are high. Chris Peterson, the former Boise State coach, now at Washington, 30.6 million. Nick Saban, the legendary coach from Alabama, former coach of the Dolphins and LSU, is $26.9 million if he gets fired, which is kind of low for probably the highest paid coach in college. He is the highest paid coach per capita, and he is the highest paid state official in Alabama. Nobody that works for the state in Alabama gets paid more than Nick Saban. He's the football coach for the university. There's no congressmen, there's no governors, there's nothing else. Like, he is the highest paid person in the state of Alabama which is, it's not a government job, but it's a state job.
Yeah.
A couple of the lower ones are people that are like on the hot seat are probably going to get fired before the end of the year. So if your school thinks he's coming out, going to be problems. I forget what school. Butch Jones, Tennessee, is 8.1. Kevin Sumlin is is Texas A&M. I'm sure he's probably getting fired. That's a $10.4 million. We call him Baby Mike Tomlin around here. Brett Bilma is $5.8 million out in Arkansas, and Gus Malzahn in Auburn is $6.8 million.
So is this part of my tuition that I'm paying this?
I know. I bet it could raise the tuition if you fire somebody like Dabo Swinney. A university loses $40 million in one night. I'm telling you, you're gonna woke up and be like, "What happened to my tuition was not this much." So you know how much you like that football team? You like them to be good? It costs around here.
It costs around, yeah. I'll be like, I think we can not care about the team as much. I'm trying to pay extra.
So yeah, man, think about that, man. Whenever you're like, "Oh, fire the coach," I'm like, "Well, how much do you want the that cheap food at the cafeteria?" Remember they used to give you what's they call it whenever they just give you free food and stuff. They used to give you like when you go to a hotel and it's like
complimentary.
Yeah, they used to give you complimentary breakfast at the campus every day. Remember the breakfast used to be free. You used to have to pay for lunch and dinner.
Continental breakfast.
Shoot, it's not that no more. You got to pay. Waffles $3.55, man.
You can have napkins are free and the forks are free. That's about all you're getting.
Free refills on ice. Anything that's liquid, you got a problem. So yeah, man, think about that with these college universities overpaying people for the because I think it's gross. Because the players don't get paid at all.
Yeah. But
the coaches and a lot of the coaches think the players should get paid. Nick Saban's come out a few times to think the players should get paid. And for all y'all people that say the coaches should pay out of pocket, no, that's working backwards. Should we all be broke?
Yeah.
So, but we about to get into this rap jury because again we got a quick show today, so we jumping straight into rap jury. And how you want to start things off today, James?
I don't know.
What? We got three choices. We'll let everybody know what's going on this week.
So, okay, again, if you guys do not know what's going on for today, so we have 3 albums. We have Vlad the Guru. It's called Intro. D Snuvok, Dome Blend, and then we have D-Yerk Sour Trap. So we got this. I just don't know who we want to start with.
Okay, so because we are very indecisive out here. Because we're very indecisive out here, I'm just going to make a decision. We're going to start off with D-Yerk Sour Trap, the East Side's own, presented by DJ Motorman, affiliated with Taylor Gang, not signed. That's all I got to say. I mean, that's what I got for the beginning of this. I don't have much more background. Let's get it started.
Okay. All right. It starts out with Jumping Around. Are we want to just run through the whole album, or you just want to talk about?
It's a quick run through. So starts off with Jumping Around. It's a lively song, I can say. It's not it's a banging track for sure. Wordplay.
Yeah, let's start with that.
You wanna.
All right, you go on. So the first set, he goes ahead and says. Testicle.
That's the last joint. That's the last track. That's on me.
Oh, that's on me. Oh, this one's
Jumping Around is Jordan Miles.
Oh yeah, I beat the pussy up like Jordan Miles.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of saying the Emmett Till line that Lil Wayne got in trouble for. That's exactly the same shit, except Jordan Miles didn't get killed. But it's the exact same thing. Like there's no. It's at least the Pittsburgh equivalent to Lil Wayne saying that he beat the pussy up like Emmett Till's. It's the same thing too. All you did was just put a different person's name that got their ass beat by the police. Because Emmett Till technically was killed by a police officer. Look it up. So no, like that line is way too hard. And then that is a running theme of this D-Yerk project.
Yeah.
Is some lines that just take things too far, or some vocabulary that sometimes you can dumb it down. And sometimes D-Yerk just decides to take it too far with the lyrical content. But we're gonna go further. So after, like I said, outside of some of the lyrics, Jumping Around is a good. It's an okay song. It's not a bad song. Like I said, that Jordan Miles line. It's in the same.
Yeah, it was good until like it was about 2 minutes in. And it's like.
One thing I can say is he's very in tune sexually. Like we have a lot of talk about pussy on this album.
He's just beating up the pussy. That's all he's doing in this. I mean, he reuses that about 5 times. I'm just saying, like it's in 5 different songs. So he's really beating it.
All right, yes. All right. Wordplay will be chosen better from here on out. All right, so after that, it's Everybody Know.
Yeah.
I feel like you had a more of a like a lot of these tracks on here were a filler to me, at least songs that I could live without, and Everybody Knows one of those tracks for me. Yeah. Like it wasn't terrible, but it's not something I'm sticking to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't too crazy for me. Yeah.
After that, we had Ashtray. Ashtray. I fuck with Ashtray, but I fuck with it because it brings back nostalgia for me. It reminds me of like Cabin Fever, Wiz, like that time around.
Yeah, definitely. I understand that.
It reminds me of Gang Bang and stuff like that for those tracks from that era. Like I said, I fuck with it, but it doesn't. I fuck with it for the wrong reasons in my eyes. It's not like it's an original. I think about the music, which I don't think that's something that people want when you listen to their music, because we thinking of other music that I like before I listen to this song. Saying that again, Ashtray is a good song, verses is smooth, beat is definitely dope. But again, like I said, it has that Lex Luger feel to it almost.
Yeah. Oh, another side note: this whole entire project was produced by Stevie B.
Shout out to Stevie B. Okay.
Then it goes after that, Life of a Savage, and that one, you don't have your Savage shirt on today, but we got a.
Because I don't wear the same shirt as back then.
Yeah. But that was a feature with Reese Youngin, but that was yesterday. Yeah.
But for Life of a Savage, to me, it was one of the few tracks that had auto-tune used well. Like, actually, I'm fine with the auto-tune on this track, which there's other tracks where it doesn't really work as well.
I thought he did fine with the walking and caking.
Yeah, I didn't like walking and caking. Like I said, that's where our disconnect is when it comes to this auto-tune on this album. Is I fuck with Life of a Savage, and walking and caking to me is not great. Like, it's not on my bottom three, but I don't like it.
Yeah,
I can say that for sure. I don't like it.
All right. And then we got Side Chick.
It's just and I'm not saying I'm over here. I'm not a fucking feminist. I'm not like women's rights. I'm just saying this song it's just a so bad taste in 2017.
He goes pretty far. Pretty sure the line I already said previously comes up again. Eating that booty hole, like something. I don't know. It's just
again, it's the wordplay, man. Like the word, like what was it? I just be fucking your wife and you be over here eating her booty hole or something. Yeah. Something like that. And I'm just like, why? Like, I don't like. You already. I don't know about James. So I don't think James ever delved into it. You already know how I feel about eating ass. You need to stop doing that until you get pink eye.
Yeah, that's some dangerous shit.
James already explained to you the Bristol still and what can happen to you when you eat ass.
Is it healthy? Oh. Fuck. Like, are you eating healthy?
Okay.
Are you eating healthy as an individual? And then you could tell by the Bristol scale. That's all I'm saying. All right, back to this. I don't want to talk about that unless you want to.
So the next track after that is "I Can't Feel My Face."
I can't feel my face.
I'm sorry, man. That's one of those songs that it sounds like you need some help. Like you need to.
You're blowing a little too much.
I don't understand. Like I'm cool with Tree. I'm okay with drinking. I don't judge people that drink lean. But after that, it's just like, bro, if you're doing drugs that make you think you can't feel your face, you need to calm down. Like, not everybody can be The Weeknd, man. like I'm sorry. Like the way that song goes, it sounds like somebody needs to go get you some help. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not into the getting so fucked up. Like, oh, I can't feel my face, or I'm having out of body experiences and shit. Mm-hmm. I don't want to feel like I'm being possessed.
Yeah, no. Then we have Bye Bye After.
One of the weirder instances in the album, and Malachi's going to be pissed, but I'm kind of concerned about this part, is there's a Taylor Gang shout out from Todd Gurley on the album, which I'm not even sure if that's really Todd Gurley.
It's a drop. It's a drop.
Oh, yeah, it's a drop. So it's a real drop? Yeah. Okay, but like, there's a ton of Taylor Gang drops all over this album, but I'm understanding that D-Ark is not part of Taylor Gang.
But it's for Murder.
So Murder Man will just put Taylor Gang drops over anything
that he wants?
Okay.
And then
that was like a heavily confusing part of the, because like we've reviewed a bunch of projects that are hosted by DJ Motorman. We don't get this much Taylor Gang stuff in it.
Yeah.
All the drops and down. You don't know, maybe he is. Y'all got reading into it like I'm supposed to.
Oh, shit.
Okay, thank you, Malachi.
All right, we'll run it back. I don't know I don't think the normal project had anything on that.
Can we just get the we'll be done with the review in like 5 minutes for you to see if you could find out that information for us. Yeah, now that you want to. After that, what's that? I can't read that.
Walking and Caking.
You hype that up if you want.
That was cool. It wasn't a bad track. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like anything from the whole entire album, in my opinion.
It was generic to me.
It was generic.
And you know what? Just like Ashtray, it does remind me of other Wiz music. It reminds me of music from Rolling Papers, and I didn't like Rolling Papers. So There's a difference between like I fuck with Cabin Fevers and Ashtray reminds me of Cabin Fevers. That reminds me of Rolling Papers, and I'm like, there's like 3 good tracks on Rolling Papers. After that, it's a Know Something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was the one.
Okay, I didn't notice this until right now, but that's some repetitive naming of songs. The one song is the second track on the album is Everybody Know. The second to last track on the album is Know Something.
So that's what I mean. That seems like that's the consistent trend for the year. Reuse of wordplay, reuse of
Again, this is not like a broad stroke of what am I trying to say? Topics. This is not there's not many topics on this. Like again, most of the songs are good. The beat production by Stevie D is phenomenal. Nothing's wrong there, and mixing and mastering is good. Which is up until last week, I didn't know we had issues with mixing and mastering when it came to our albums.
But all I'm saying is for the Know Something, he mentions, all right, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. All right, so y'all, if you're going to go ahead and say that, y'all say that Lion-O.
No, he said, fuck Goku.
Yeah.
Lion-O from Thundercats is
better or something.
He said something like that, and I'm like, we 90s babies, man. I don't know about the.
I understand the Thundercats. They were a solid crew. You know, I ain't gonna hate on them, but like, Lion-O got his ass whooped every once in a while by like the one dude. Who's the bad dude? Oh, fuck, who looked like.
All I know is Goku's better, man.
Yeah, Goku can like Goku never really loses like that.
Thundercats got discontinued like '96, man. They still making new Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Goku had true power and Lion had a sword.
He had a suit.
What is y'all with swords in this show, man? Everybody out here love the sword game out here.
The sword game's where it's at.
Make it. You to switch sides.
But
all right, last joint on here is On Me.
On Me. This is the one.
Okay.
So we're talking about starting and ending. So you had to start rough on me, and then you ended.
See, I actually like the song on Me, but even though I do like the song, I do got to talk about this.
Wait, this one on Me?
Yeah, I fuck with On Me low key. But there's 2 very big issues with the song. Like again, I'm probably still gonna listen to the joint. I'm just gonna have to ignore this. One, bro, you could have used balls. Yeah. You could have used nuts. You decided to use the word testicles. It's a weird word to hear, no matter what. Like when somebody says it, I'm gonna say it like 4 more times before this is over. I promise. But when you use the word testicles, it just stops me. And like every time I heard it, it's just like I missed the next 4 bars because I'm like, yo, this nigga just said testicles.
Yeah.
Then I think the bigger issue, like the testicles line is a little funny. I got over after that. The real big issue is this is the second time on this album you pull something like this. You cannot make Hotel Rwanda lines. It's like low key like the Holocaust.
No,
like he made a Hotel Rwanda line somewhere here about his chopper and white girls, and it was like
it doesn't even number one. It's like if you had maybe like some like legit something like really positive to say or something like, you know, not changing the world or something, that not allow that to happen, cool. But there was no like, it just was, he just used it because he rhymed with it. He's like Hotel Rwanda, and then he keeps on rolling. It's just like, well,
whatever he rhymed into it afterwards actually rhymed pretty well. It's just the fact that
the white girl Madonna.
It's a cheap shot factor.
Chop head like Hotel Rwanda. It was like,
yeah, but like it's cheap shock factor to use Rwanda. Just like the Jordan Miles line, it's more cheap to me than anything. Yeah. Because each line rhymed into the next part. I understand it like fit the formula of whatever the song was supposed to be, but using tragedy like that to make rap to me it's not cool. Yeah, I fuck with On Me as a song. I fuck with On Me more than I fuck with Jumping Around. It's the last track, and it's like literally like one of the last 5 bars on the album was the Hotel Rwanda line. So. Like I can't.
But then the testicles were like, then it was just used. I don't even know.
All right, so we're gonna start bottom 3, top 3. Here we go. You want to start off here?
Yeah. Know Something, Jumping Around, On Me.
That's your bottom 3.
Yeah, 3 to 1.
All right. My bottom 3 will be Jumping Around, Bye Bye, and Side Chick. Side Chick.
You know what? Side Chick's an honorable mention. It's that's for number 4.
Side Chicks is unbearable to me, bro. And like again, I like vulgar music to a certain extent. I've listened to some fucked up songs that sound like borderline like porn music, and it just sounds better than like whatever you're like when you try to talk about sex and shit. What did he say? Again, he was talking about eating booty holes, and as soon as I stopped listening to Janae Akio literally after the Chris Brown song. As soon as she was talking about eat the booty like groceries, I'm like, well, I'm out. That was cool. I don't think I've listened to one song since I've heard that joint. I'm honest to God, like it turned me off to her so fast. Like it's not even a joke. And then you ask anybody that knows me, I was bumping her for like a good 6 months straight, heavy. And then it was like, oh, she wants her boot, she wants her ass. Oh, I'm cool. Yeah. I'm not about the ass play.
Yeah.
Top three, I guess I'll kick this one off. For me, number 3 is On Me. Again, like I said, outside of the Rwanda and the other line, it's actually a very good ending to the album for me, bars wise.
Bars wise aren't too bad, other than this.
Yeah, and again, that's because he's going too far with his bars. Like he's trying to go so hard that he takes it too far. But I still fuck with the joint On Me as one of the better songs on the album. Number 2 is Ashtray. Again, Ashtray is one of my favorite tracks, but again, it's more the nostalgia of what basically like high school. It reminds me of like freshman year of high school. I keep that 100 with y'all. And then number 1 is Life of a Savage. I mean, it's one of the more story-driven songs, even though like he's basically talking about what he does around the block and everything. Mm-hmm. I actually do like Reese Youngins' verse, and I'm not a huge Reese Youngins fan. I'm not like we haven't reviewed the project yet, but when I've heard,
supposed to be out something soon,
right? But what I've heard and seen in videos, I'm not that impressed. But I'm actually okay with this verse. You want to drop yours?
All right. So it would be, I would say. Bye Bye wasn't actually too bad. I fucked with that.
That's 3.
That's 3. Number 2, I would say maybe Ashtray was good. I like that. And then again, number 1 for me was Waking and Caking Up. So that was
Waking and Caking would be an honorable mention for one of my worst. So just gonna throw that out there. We talk about honorables. Yeah. So one of your best is Bye Bye, and one of my worst is Bye Bye. And one of your favorites is
and On Me's one of the worst too.
For you, that's what I was gonna say. One of my favorites is On Me, and one of the worst is on Me. So again, we have this rating systems. We find out that we have different tastes in music in this sense, and I'm not, like I said, especially the way like your favorite is Waking and Caking.
I just wasn't really too crazy about this Sour Trap.
Waking, I wasn't crazy. Like I think our numbers are gonna show that we weren't crazy about it, but like we can talk about that for 30 seconds. Like explain to me how Waking and Caking is your favorite track off this album.
It's something you can ride to this, and like I could throw this in like a mix, like just like a cruising song. I don't know.
So you can throw this in a playlist. You say?
Yeah, I could throw this in a playlist, and I would be cool with it.
Okay. So
if I was just throw like On Me on that, I'd be like, people would be like, what the fuck?
No. On Me is definitely like the headphones you're going somewhere by yourself. You can't be playing On Me in public. You can't play it. I think that's the thing about my bottom 3. Outside of Bye Bye, you can't play Side Chick in public. No. You can't play Jump. I don't think you can play Jumping Around in public. So yeah, no, there's certain songs on here where I'm like, oh yeah, but I'm like I said, I'm the same way about other music. Like I forget what the one joint featuring ODB is. I fuck with the joint. I think it's called Put It in Your Mouth. You can't listen to that in public. There's tracks like that where you just can't listen to them in public.
Yeah.
And I think I feel that way about that. If you around in like areas where people were not from America, you can't listen to songs that talk about Hotel Rwanda and like a
no.
Like, so saying that, you want to drop your number first?
I'm gonna give it a solid 2.
We are together in that. I'm just giving him a 2-2.
All right.
So that is one of the few times we both agree on the numbers. Both giving D-York a 2. Like I said, I was not overly impressed, but it's a listen. That's all I can say about this. It wasn't like I liked it. I didn't like it. It didn't make me angry, so you didn't get the negatives. Stevie B definitely carries the album with a great production all the way through.
One of
the downfalls. He only had 2 features. I fuck with the Reese Youngin feature. Young Fresh is not good to me. And he was on the first verse on Waking and Caking. Yeah, you like it?
I said it's okay.
Okay, I was like, that was probably one of the other things. I thought that was a terrible feature.
The Reese Youngin wasn't a bad feature. He was a good feature. Was it this one? This was the one with DJ Drama, right?
All over it, yeah. Yeah, Drama had a couple. Those are drops too.
Yeah, DJ Drama had a drop. So just make a mention.
Yeah, Young Fresh was not a good feature choice. I mean, Waking and Caking might have been better with just you. That might be my biggest critique on this album. But again, shout out to D-York. We got the 2 out here for D-York. We're about to switch over, and where you want to go next? So if I made the first,
we're just gonna go backwards on this one. Go to Be Smooth Rock on for the second review today. It's presented by Fast Eddie.
I don't blend.
Don't blend.
Yeah. It was
just don't blend.
Either way, you didn't say the name of his band. You said everything into stop. So I'm like, I say the name.
The album's Don't Blend. Yeah, sorry. All right.
From this jump.
Intro. He goes ahead. Puts out it's the Bane intro, like the Bane whenever he's talking to Batman about talking being in the darkness. Mm-hmm. So that was a pretty cool. And then that's about 4 or 5 seconds, and then it's about 3 minutes of him throwing bars. I would like to say that at the beginning of this review. You got bars.
Yeah. We got bars.
Yeah. So the bars are there. We need more.
I need more of everything else.
Hooks are all right.
See, I don't feel that way because I didn't like the next song goes into What's Real. I remember that one, right? What's Real's verse was just him repeating What's Real.
Yeah. And then Witness Me. It just
all right. I'll defend Witness Me because I think Witness Me, even though I don't like the beat with Witness Me, like with flow on that, it probably has the best flow he has on the album to me. Beat with the song selection, but his flow, perfect. Like, that's probably the best his flow because like I said, he has bars, but not his bars don't usually roll with his flow through most of the project. This one right here, if he'd have picked a different beat, I think this could have been because like I said, this flow definitely is peaking on that song right there to me.
Yeah. Okay. And then Witness Me. That was Witness Me, and then Don't Blend, which is the album. That was not bad. It was pretty. It was again. I'm getting straight bars, and that's fine. To some extent, that's the thing.
I don't have. There's a large segment of this album where it's just blurred.
It just seems like it all blended. It for the album called Don't Blend. It did blend. Like I'm saying, it just kind of
wasn't in the Braille at all.
Braille, I wasn't too crazy about that one.
After that, I fuck with Green Guys.
Yeah,
I think that has the best bars on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's never really a total. There's only one song to me that has a total package on this album: song, bars, flow, delivery, hook.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the weird part of listening to this. Is like every song gave me it was good, but everything else seemed like it needed work.
Okay. Yeah.
After that, it's Like That.
Like That. So this is a sample from Take It in Blood from Nas's It Was Written. And then it's like, I did it like that. I want it like that. Made it like that. Come on, you whack MCs. You know, that's the hook. Yeah. But I mean, that's the song. It's like a minute long. I don't like it personally because it was what? Oh.
I already know where this is going. That's why I'm
because you took the it wasn't good as Nas's. That's all.
What?
It was not as good as Nas's.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah. I'm a Nas fan. I'm assuming you are a Nas fan too because I've noticed a couple things where wordplays like "What Up, Son" with the T, 2 T's. I don't know. Like it's just like I'm assuming he's like one of your favorites, and I like him just as much as maybe you. But you took the beat and the flow wasn't too long, and you only did a minute. Like the Take It in Blood was about 4 or 5 minutes long. You know, he went.
Okay, basically saying the problem with using samples that are that dead on to historical music is the idea is we're rating you off that song, the original version, and he's not happy. The song actually wasn't terrible to me, but I'm not this. I'll fuck with Nas, but I'm not on his level.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not on the other side of all rap, it seems like.
Bro, I never was into Nas like you were. I know, like, it was just.
When it comes down to, like, all the, like, when you choose people, it's like, I'm choosing Nas always over Jay-Z, you know.
And I understand that. And my thing is, I'm not a huge Jay fan. I'm just more interested. Jay interested me more. Off subject. Back over. More than where I
came from.
It wasn't on top 3. I don't remember that song at all. I just know it wasn't like I had to look at my notes like that had to be a blur. So I mean, if you have anything to say about that one, I'm out.
Oh, it's nothing.
Pimp Mary Jane was a interesting song.
I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was interesting. I'm not in love with it. It wasn't really about Tree that much, was it? If I remember correctly.
No, I don't think so.
After that, we got Top Mix, which is another one of them tracks where it's just like, a lot of these tracks are forgetful for me, man. Like, it's none of these tracks are things that I want to listen to really later. That was where I got out of this album. So I don't have any longevity or want to like reproduce.
Like, if you were saying like, if you were telling me you had bars and I said no, you don't, and you sent me this, I'd be like, you have bars.
Yeah, if all the point you wanted to give me was you have bars, if all my criteria was, yeah, I have bars, that would be easy for me.
Yeah.
But that's not what we do here.
Yeah.
After that, we got Black God, which Black
that.
God has the same issue as the intro for the Mayo project for me, where I just can't stand that sample. Like, that sample is one of them chipmunk samples. It's like, and it just repeats itself, and it's just like, dude, it's just squeaky. It's annoying.
I fucked with it. The last two songs, I fuck with heavy.
I fuck with the last track.
Grind for the Gold.
Grind for the Gold gives me hope.
Yeah.
Grind for the Gold is the best total song. It gives me every aspect of what I need from a rap song to be good. When it comes to flow, delivery, hook, beat, mix, math, like everything on this track. Hope for an entire project, the next project.
This could be the new Steelers song. Like, I mean, like the new Black and Yellow to some extent.
I could agree with that to a point.
We don't really have anything going on. Like,
it actually might be better than Black and Yellow.
I mean, like, that's what I feel. But I mean,
and it saved the album for me, even though it's not my favorite track. It saves the album for the idea that I was gonna leave this album with the idea that I didn't need a real song to me, like a full song. I got a bunch of verses that were dope verses, but I never felt like the cohesive song.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like there was enough punchlines in this whole entire album. Like, that was like really like a real like nice hit, you know. It's again for the album being called Don't Blend. Like, again, it kind of just blended all. Other than for a couple songs.
My biggest gripe verbally would be the track. It's Not the repeating on that track is weird for me.
Isn't it the one where he says
I got that earth that got that earth? Like, that's literally that. I wrote that one down. I got that earth that got that earth. I don't know what the fuck that means. That bitch wants your bitch. That's later in the track. And I'm just like, this is literally just, I don't see where that helps anything. Like, verbally in the song. Like, that was something that, like, it was really the only track part of the album where I was just really confused on the wordplay. Yeah. Both of those were on the same song. The hook was like that, but neither of those were part of the hook.
Yeah. So
it stood out to me where I'm like, y'all know how I am with like repetitive wordplay, and I literally don't get why he said I got that earth, they got that earth.
Yeah.
The bitch part, I understand. Like, I got a bitch that wants to get your bitch. It's cool, whatever. Like, that's 2017 to a T of me at this point. Xannies and telling people that you want to fuck their bitch. Like, I'm gonna be confused about that for a while. Like, that one was one of those like back when Wayne was just saying stuff and we used to have to stop and be like, what the fuck did he just say? That was one of those like, I got that earth, I got that earth. It's just gonna be like that. Is there like a planet Earth somewhere?
I don't know.
I'm assuming it might be weed. I don't know what that line's about. Like, I'm honestly confused. And it isn't even like it's lingo to me. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what that means. You're like, oh, that's Pittsburgh lingo from 98. Somebody told me that's Pittsburgh lingo from 98 and I'll be ashamed of myself. But until then, I'm confused. So I guess, you have anything else you want to say before we get these numbers?
No,
well, since I made him go first last time, I'll go first to my worst three. My worst three songs on this one will be Black God. Again, this is a sample. His bars were fine, but like I said, those repetitive squeaky chipmunk samples, it's like hit or miss, and when you miss hard. After that is What's Real. I didn't like the hook on that one really. And again, this is just another one of them songs where you got bars, man, but I don't feel the total package of a song. I feel like I could have been listening. It could have been one of those interviews where you're walking down the street just spitting bars and they happen to put a beat over it after the fact. And then it's not though. Like I said, man, bars are really weird to me. Like, again, like, you confuse me that much and it's not in a positive way, because you can confuse me and be like smart. Like it had me like, oh, I didn't get that. Nah, somebody gonna have to sit down and give me a dictionary to explain that part. Like you're not gonna be able to just be like, well, you see, this is what I meant. And I'm gonna be like, no, that makes no sense. I'm sure when I find out what that meant or if I've heard it wrong, it still won't make sense to me. So what's your bottom three?
I got. I'll make it more than where I came from. Just it wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't that great. Braille number 2, and then like that. Like I said, you just.
Please tell me you could say something else about Braille. Because like I said, Braille wasn't.
It was just dry. It was too short, and I don't know. What again? If you.
It wasn't one of my worst 3, but it was a dry ass song, man.
It was nothing
like
crazy.
Biscuit from Popeyes for me.
Oh, without a drink. But like I said, again, Nas is a very my personal favorite. So again, you can't take it in, take it in like that. Like I don't know, the beat. You only went on the beat for a minute. It was like 1 minute and 6 seconds, maybe 9. It should have been like at least if you really like that song enough, you could have had another. Like you could have used the hook. You could have did a different type of hook. Like if you're gonna be like that, be like, I'm doing it like this, I'm doing it like that, and then you did like, and then you could have made a hook out of it, and you could have made a longer song. I probably would have respected that, maybe. I don't know.
You want to jump into your top
3? Yeah. Witness Me 3, 2. Black God. I didn't really fuck with it. Again, I guess you just hate the.
Again, when a sample like that can really just turn me off on the song.
And then number 1 is Grinding for the Gold.
I have a feeling that Black God's probably acapella would be fine.
Okay.
No. After that, I'm like for my top 3 will be grinding my the gold.
Grinding for the Gold.
Grinding for the Gold. I actually typed it wrong. That's my bad. Again, best total song, but it wasn't what like it's not what I enjoyed the most out of the album. I do think it's the best song, full song, but for my enjoyment, it's number 3. Number 2 is Witness Me. Again, that flow is tough, man. I'll give it to you on that one. Like the flow with your bars is tough. Again, I don't like the beat on that track, but your flow does. Again, Black God's beat kills the song. That beat doesn't kill the song. I'm looking at it and I've spelled it wrong and I photoshopped the picture. So I'm looking at it and I know I'm going to say it wrong because I'm looking.
Grinding for the Gold.
Grinding for the Gold. But again, that's the best bar for bar track. That's like, again, if it was acapella, I could probably just listen to that because you just murdered your bar play on that one. Yeah. So, yeah. So wait, I made you do the number first last time. All right. So for me on this one, I'm going to have to roll with a 0.5. I need a lot more out of this. Like I said, I only got really 1 total track. You going with the 1?
The 1.
So yeah, I got 1 full track for me that I feel like was a fully finished track. Then everything else was more like
bars. You brought out the
material.
Yeah. Well, you want to come out for a cipher? Come on out. But
you seem like you'd be great for like as a cipher artist. Like I said, a cipher freestyle artist. But I'm excited to see what the next project is because I feel like there's a lot of growth. There's definitely growth.
Yeah, there's a lot of like like the way we came down on you is like now you have the option of opening up from like, okay, I got bars. That's all I need. All right, I'm cool there. Like now it's about the punchlines. It's about the story.
The ambiance. Like I'm trying to think like the whole. What's the experience you want people to tell when they listen to you? Like now, like I said, I understand you got bars, but I need to know what like when I get into your next project. Where am I supposed to be taken?
Yeah. Like,
if this is what you are, like I understand if this is what you want to do and this is your game, then fine. But I still think it could be polished there. Personally.
Okay. Yeah.
So last but not least on today, we got Vlad the Guru intro. He had him out here last week doing Who's and What with us. We had the interview and he tasted some food. And he very confidently told us that we was gonna fuck with this. Again, we never listened to any of his music outside of the single "Saved by the Bell," and he told us like this is not something normal. but you're gonna fuck with this, and it's gonna be one of your favorite projects. And we're gonna jump straight into it. So here goes Vlad the Guru intro, Penn Hill's own. He starts off with KOE, which is more of a ballad. It's not like he jumps back and forth. This is it's a mixtape, but I look at it as more of a smorgasbord. He's giving us like
you get
every part of his musical.
You get everything, and plus he even the whole entire album actually like talks about whatever mentions wordplay to some extent from different tracks.
Yes.
So
and it's a balance. It's he jumps from like KOE, it's more like a ballad singing type of thing. Then he goes to Saved by the Bell, it's energetic, but it's new school energetic. Like it's not overly lyrical, but he's killing it. Like the energy that song brings is like, I ain't doing it. But take off your hat and like wave your dread around music. Like just not like I'm tired. Gotta get warmed up for later on. Okay, well, you do that. Yeah, it's Saved by the Bell is that type of music. I fuck with that. Again, it's you know what it brings to me? It's not the same, but it gives me the feeling of Yachty and Vert, but it's lyrical to me. And I'm not saying it's overly lyrical because he still get the parts where he's like, just jump on my dick, bitch, and all that part. Like, but like to me, it has more. It's more than the surface. Where like I hear Yachty and it's just like screaming random words. Saved by the Bell isn't just screaming random words. He actually has a point to most of the things he's saying in the verse, and I fuck with it. Like I said, it's a fun song. I'm not out here listening for deaf, but if you want deaf, you go down a little further and you hit tracks like Christ Conscious and remix
Hoedown.
And love on the Other Planet.
Love on Another Planet. Yeah,
I don't consider Hoedown a story. Hoedown is another. Well, it's
No.
not a turn up track, but it's an interesting track. I fuck with it.
Established 94 was
That one was Established 94 is my biggest gripe with the project. That was just too short.
It was only a minute, and it was
one
one verse. It was like minute 9. I was like, oh yes.
Like especially since like
not long enough.
It's dope.
It was dope. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? He's like established in 94, but didn't want to tell you the rest of the whole year. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying like it was only a minute. Yeah.
But yeah, like what I was saying before, like Love on the Other Planet, Billy Bob Thornton, those songs are like, if you want wordplay and feelings and other things like that isn't just like what I just had him doing, turn it up and waving his hair around. Yeah, go to these tracks. These tracks are more of a heartfelt. Again, we talked about it in the interview. Like he's not afraid to get into his emotions and talk about his feelings about love and stuff. And he definitely does that on these tracks later in the album. And Marty McFly too. Yeah. Also, even though I have no clue where he decided to get these names from, because most of these tracks outside, he does say Saved by, one thing, back to Saved by the Bell, because I didn't even notice this the first time I said it. I fuck with the wordplay, because it's like Screech by Saved by the Bell, and then he's like, then I want to smoke by the bale. I love that. Like that wordplay from bell to bale, and I'm like, oh, he wants to smoke by the bale. I'm like, first like smoking by the bell would be a fucking lie. Like, it's some real like it's like Screech by Saved by the Bell, then I want to smoke by the bell. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Smoke by the bell, it's a good wordplay to me. Like it's clever. It's repetitive. Like it's not like I'm not saying it's repetitive because I talk down about the lab, but it's clever repetitive. And I just want to point that out for that track. Cam is one of them tracks where he it's like I look at tracks like Saved by the Bell, Christ Conscience, if Established 94 was longer, Camp and Marty McFly is and I forget and Untitled. Those tracks he gets a lot of bar play, but again he has a you know what it reminds me of? And it's a weird combination. It's like Childish Chance and mumble rap, but I fuck with it.
Childish Chance and mumble rap. So like just like a little
yeah. It's a little
spice of like.
But he brings out this little, and it's not a lot, but the little bit I like out of mumble rap is I don't like a lot of it. Because he and then again, he has that singing characteristic that I would never have known how to describe it until I listened to XX. And like that, where it's not, he's not great at singing, but he makes it work because of how the ambience and the sound is. He kind of gives me that, like I said, XX, Kid Cudi, those type of people who aren't great singers, but the emotion that he drives out of his voice while he's singing works. Yeah. And I said, I get that out of KOE. I think he's singing on Love on the Other Planet.
Love on Another Planet, absolutely. Yeah.
Like I said, but the KOE, the opening track, because it's like I said, he's really not rapping that much on KOE. That first thing I heard was Saved by the Bell. So listening to Saved by the Bell and the first track being KOE, it's a complete 180. It works, but it's a complete 180. Then again, the end track, Marty McFly.
That was a good one. And you know what? It was right. The intro for KOE, that was important to be introduced to the whole entire album. And then Marty McFly, that was a great way to end it too. So, I mean, again, I asked about that last week and I was like, all right, because that's something I do always look at. Like, did you start it good? Did you end it good? You know,
and the climax good because it's 8 songs and the middle song was what?
No, it was 10,
10?
4, 6.
So
it's like Love on a Planet, on another planet. That was dope.
Again.
And then Billy Bob Thornton was dope as hell too. So I mean, like,
the thing is, bro, so you name something Billy Bob Thornton, it better be fucking dope. I'm not saying that it had when I thought of Billy Bob Thornton, I didn't think of the song we got, but I still fuck with it. Yeah. I don't know what I thought when I heard the name of the track was Billy Bob Thornton. I really don't. But the track is still dope. Shout out to all the producers. Again, this is
Oh yeah, we didn't shout them out. So Saved by the Bell was Cash Money AP, established '94, produced by Nabra. Love on Another Planet, Yondo. Then for Billy Bob Thornton, that one's Nabra.
And Marty McFly.
And then Can't is Beats Era. The other ones were not listed for any type of production or producer, so I'm not going to shout anybody out, but I'm just being ignorant on this one. So
it's not ignorant. We just didn't have the information, and it wasn't easy to find.
Well, lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge, but you made it sound like we didn't try.
No, I just don't know.
So, but again, we're gonna run into this now. You want to do your bottom 3, top 3? Which again, always remember, if you do what you have, don't force yourself to.
See, the thing is, like, I really like this.
I only have one. I was gonna tell you, I only have one song that I talked down about, but it's still a good song to me. We already talked about it.
What?
Established '94 is too short.
Yeah, that's.
I can say something pretty short on here. Like, there's other songs that are really short,
but
Established '94 is short to the point that like I notice it.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I was like, it was like it just switched up, and I was like, I thought there was gonna be more on that. I was just kind of like let down on that, you know. And then I could say maybe Untitled 1, but I'm assuming there might be an Untitled 2 in your next project. So you know what? I don't.
Untitled 1.
The name, no, just the name. Like, unless you're gonna, that's what I'm saying. Unless you're gonna have,
that might be a series
of Untitled. That'll be the Untitled project. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of upset now, but I don't know what you plan on the future. So
see, this is the reason why I'm gonna give this project such a high score before when I explain this. It's a mixtape.
Yeah.
And I had to finally sit down and think about my criteria on rating the differences between an album, mixtape, and EP. Still haven't figured out EP. Album. When I leave an album, I want to leave like I got the tone, like basically like when you leave a good movie.
Yeah.
And you don't think there needs to be a sequel.
Yeah.
Mixtapes, it's like this is supposed to be the prequel or something like a prequel to an album.
Yeah.
And I should want more. I leave this project wanting more. And he did that. Mm-hmm. It's not like I want more and a disappointment. This is like I want more because, like, bro, I'm excited about what I just fucking heard and I know there's more.
Yeah.
Saying that, my top 3 will be, I'm gonna start off with Kent, because for some reason I just kept on coming back to Kent. Like, I listened to this project pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And Kent was something that I just kept on coming back for. So that's 3. Number 2 is KOE. I think it started off beautifully with that. And number 3, I don't think he could have picked a better a single, bro. Saved by the Bell is too lit for me, man. Like, that's my favorite track. And again, it's not any knock to any other song on here. Like, all these tracks are fire to me, but like, Saved by the Bell is like, I bang Saved by the Bell. That's the track I want, like, you can ride around to me. And I actually want to hear it perform live. Like, I can't wait to see that one perform live because that's gonna be crazy. So, what's your top 3?
I was gonna say Saved by the Bell is 3. Number 2 would be Love on Another Planet. I like the switch up. I like, you know, I'm interested in seeing more of, like, you know, that side of you. And then Billy Bob Thornton was dope as hell. So those are the number 1 for me. Like I said, this was, I definitely feel like, you know, what Jordan's saying about the mixtape, how like the criteria was.
And again, in the end of the year, you're all getting put in the same top 10. I'm not separating it. I'm just saying that I understand the difference on what my number of views are compared to each other.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm really interested in knowing more. And this is a great album. I'm going to give you a 4 or 5.
You get my second one of the year, but this is the first one for a mixtape. I'm throwing a 5 out. This is a gem to me. This is definitely a gem. I don't have any. I think I said I do think there's a difference between giving this a 5 and the mixtape standard and giving Walkman a 5 earlier because it was an album. Mm-hmm. So there's a difference. But for mixtape, this is what I expect from a mixtape. When you drop a mixtape, outside of the fact that I don't think Established 94 needed to be that short. Yeah. But again, even if you have a classic, to me, everybody's like, I don't care. All your classics can have something that you don't like about it somewhere. Yeah. You might, it might be still your favorite album. You might be able to run it from beginning to end. But like I said, I'm running this straight through and I'll still bump Established 94 and I'll always leave Established 94 like shit, at least could have been 2 verses. Yeah, that's my point. Like, maybe you could have gave me a second verse. That's what I asked for. Like, a lot of people only dropping 2-verse songs now, but I know niggas ain't dropping 3-verse songs anymore. That seems like something people don't do much. Yeah. But and this is, we talked about this on the interview. He I'm not saying he's reclusive, but he hasn't worked with a lot of other artists outside of like the few of the people he talked about on the interview. Yeah. That could have been a track where he could have had another 90s baby. He might not have had to be born in 94, but he could have found somebody between like 90 and 95 to hop on that track with him and it would still have the same meaning. So that would have been my thing about that. Like, even a second verse from somebody else, it's just a 1 verse. And the hook was dope. Yeah. So like it was So yeah, like I said, for mixtape, this is a 5. Like I said, it gives me everything I want and it leaves me wanting the next project. And because the track he performed here live was not on this. Yeah. And I want to hear a CDQ of that. So like I said, so you got the 4 or 5. I'm giving him a second 5 of the year. Like I said, this project, shout out to Vlad. This is what I gotta say to Vlad. He came in here, he told us it was gonna be fire. I had not listened to shit he ever played for done before. And he's like, he was confident about it. Yeah, he proved himself right. He proved us all right. A lot of people come here and tell me they're gonna like I'm gonna love their shit. And it's like, it was okay.
I had a feeling that he was like, whenever I saw that, like, because he said that, I was like, okay, like, we all hear that. But whenever he did that live, like, the live thing for last week after Unfiltered, I was like, okay, I think he's gonna come up to whatever he was saying to us. So I mean, yeah, this was great.
Also, this is all new. Nobody else knows this. We're starting something new for the end of the rap juries where we'd like you to submit them, but first we're going to run through James's personal collection. I own none. Record of the week, throwback record of the week, since it's always Thursday. We got here for you. Name it because it's yours right here, James.
The Doggy Style, the first project of the Snoop Doggy Dogg. Oh man, it's a great one.
Like I said, we're gonna try to do this every Thursday, like a throwback. It might not always be a record, but James, all of us like records, so we got the record out here. Like I said, executively, hey, remember that? Remember those days? Executively produced by Suge Knight. He wasn't in the front of the video, but he was on the back of the cover.
It's a little death row.
So again, this is the end of Rap Jury. Run down these numbers one more time for y'all.
All right, run it back. I gave out.
We both gave Vlad the 2.
No.
Oh my God. We both gave Yerk the 2.
Yeah, gave D Yerk the 2. Be Smooth like he got the 1
and the 0.5 out of me.
And then I gave the 4 or 5 to Vlad.
And I gave the 5. Yeah. So it's a very wide range week of numbers. Again, this isn't. Y'all know if we like you or not. I'm sorry, but it's getting real out here. It's getting cutthroat. Again, it's the end of October, y'all. Get your albums, EPs, and mixtapes in. We are doing top 10 please. Pittsburgh.
Send it out.
End of the year. Like I said, I don't know. It's either going to be in between Christmas or New Year's, or it's going to be on New Year's, and we just going to jack DET's spot. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be get it in, man. We And again, let them know what some of the update schedules we got before we get in the break. We got some updates on
update schedules. Unfortunately, I don't have the over here,
so
but
once I have memorized, don't forget. We still have Carlos and JR coming in on the 29th of November. Walkman still coming in on the
22nd.
22nd. And then do we have anybody else we know we're
I believe we have Up Mosley for the 8th of November. We have openings. For the Up Mosley for the 8th,
and we still have an opening for the 15th. So if you got anybody that you think should be sitting here tasting food with us, let us know. We also have some surprises that we're not going to get into yet for December, but it's coming soon. Just to let y'all know.
So keep on checking on the Unfiltered page,
Instagram.
That's Unfiltered_PGH. Just we might be like throwing some pictures up. Maybe we're trying to give you updates that way. We'll see. You know, you never know what's going on with us.
And remember, always presented by Street Smart Society, LLC. Hit them up for all your graphic arts, video designing, all that stuff you need. And again, we here, man. Is we give it to you straight, if you like it or not. So we're gonna be right back. Again, we still got Overly Unfiltered for you on the short show today, but we'll be right back.